creativity.
Yeah.
It is from the bhakti tradition that you channel the energy from the top into your head.
Yeah.
But in the tantra, the 64 different types of tantra that is available, what happens is the energy is channeled from the below to the up. But then the both are doing nothing, but this sushumna gets activated because that is the channel where the light is traveling to all these lokas.
So with bhakti and from channeling from the top, I guess it makes sense because people who are in the classical, for example, people who are in classical music, people say, "Oh, how do you compose such beautiful melodies?" I mean, yeah, you do need to know. It is true that you need to know sur and tal. You do need to know. You do need to learn the rules of different rags. But people who are great composers, musicians, they say, "Oh, I felt some sort of inspiration, like when I was on my own, I felt like I tried something." And people, those who are very humble, they'll say that, "Oh, it's not me, I'm just a vessel, I just got inspired, that it just flowed into me or through me." So I guess that makes, that does make sense. I'm curious with the different types of I'm not asking you to go through all 64 types. I'm just curious, could you give maybe one example of a type?
Yes, we will in the future slides.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I don't want to break your
No. Yeah, I think one of the examples is like I don't know if you have heard of this concept called as Chauset Yogini temple. Chauset is 64 in Hindi. Yogini is the feminine divine energy, and Mandir is temple. Yeah, so 64 Yogini temples. So each of the 64 yoginis, 64 feminine types, they tell us 64 different types of tantras that could be performed. And in these 64 yogini temple, you would always find a deity like this. And that is nothing but Shiva Ekapada. So this in the middle is the divine light, which is Shiva. For activating that Shiva, you need Soma, which is Vishnu, and this is Brahma. So once this light and Soma gets merged with each other, universe happens. So you see, like E is equal to mc squared. That is like the relation between energy as well as light. Yeah. So there is always an association whenever Shiva and Soma, which is matter and light, when they both get associated, you would energy and light, when they both get associated, matter is also formed, which is nothing but the universe. Yeah. So this entire Shiva Ekapada, which you will find in all the Chauset Yogini temples, is nothing but that equation, that famous equation that Einstein has given, and most likely it's from the Vedas. We definitely know that Oppenheimer had something to say about the Vedas. Yeah, we will do the history part in some later slides. That would be very interesting. But then this is like a beautiful concept, and if you see like Shiva Ekapada, he's also holding the Mrigashira, who is like going everywhere for that Soma, and Vishnu is associated with Soma or love energy, and divine light is Shiva, and the universe is Brahma. And Chauset Yogini Mandir is one of the famous mandir. Most of them are now like extinct, but then this concept is reviving now. And there's one famous temple in Odisha, and there's another temple in near Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh as well. And if you see the Indian Parliament, the older one now, is based on the architecture of Chauseti Yogini temple. So it is round. And if you see like all the architecture, all the ancient architecture, they would be of similar variety. They would be circular in nature. They would have 64 different pillars, and there would be obviously outside India, it's difficult to find the exact deity, but then there would be some similarity. But the concept is the same, like 64 different methods.
So you're saying that even outside India, there are buildings with some of the structures?
Yes, one of them is in famous one is Globeki Tepai, I think. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It was found in Turkey and it is more than 10,000 year old.
Wow.
Yeah, and people never thought there was civilization. Everybody thought that they were hunter-gatherers before 6,000, but then they found this in Turkey, and this temple was deliberately, put under sand. And if you see like the structure from the above, you would see like similarities like Chaucity Yogini Mandir. And I don't know if you have read in the book Soma by Major General G.D. Bakshi. You will see.
I've read some of it. I need to finish the book, but yes, I am finding it really fascinating. Yes.
Near those temples, even in Göbekli Tepe, they have found soma substances that, like DMT substances, are made and used.
So the temple is still there then in Turkey?
Oh yeah, it has been excavated recently, but then when they carbon dated to find the age of that temple, it was like more than 10,000 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So having said that, so you got about Shiva, who is the divine light or the divine energy. He's also associated with Kal Agni. Kal is time, Agni is like light or fire as well. And also Mahakal, who is like unlimited, because he is like, he can go to all these lokas and he can flow within us by the help of Soma. So there is also a concept called as Harihara. I haven't put the picture here, but if you Google them, Harihara, what it is like a dimorphic pair of Shiva and Vishnu. So half Shiva, which is half this divine light, and half Soma, which is Vishnu. And both of them are required to create life or the Brahman or universe, who is Brahman. So all these are connected, yeah? And the 7 chakras are connected, and how we can astral travel using this divine light. And there are 2 methods, one from the top, which is the Bhakti tradition, and one from the below, which is like the Tantra or Kundalini meditation, that sort of traditions. And all of them are 64 varieties of Tantra, 64 varieties of Bhakti as well. And the only thing is like nowadays Tantra has been associated with sex and all that, but then that is because for that the Muladhara needs to be activated, and mostly it is in the genitals. So what used to happen in previous generation is like, while people were getting married, it was recommended to find the same spiritual partner, so that they would it would be easier for the couple to, both of them to generate the Kundalini energy. So that is why it has been associated with that. But some sort of negativity has been associated, but then we have to understand where the exact concept is coming from. Yeah. And in Kali Yuga, it is mentioned that the only bhakti will work. But then because we are transitioning from from the age of Pisces to age of Aquarius, there could be like an overlap. So it's important to understand these Vedic concepts as well. Do you have any questions, or can we go ahead?
Yeah, so overlap, do you mean overlap between, use of Tantra and Bhakti?
Bhakti, yeah. So there could be practitioners who would be practicing that as well as Bhakti, so there could be overlap.
Okay, so then in the age of Aquarius, then would it be purely Bhakti,
so age of Pisces is when humanity started looking at this, like, because these substances got extinct.
Yeah.
So people started looking. So Pisces is associated with the deity who is Pushan, who is the deity of traveling. So people started traveling everywhere, like looking madly, like for knowledge to get this Soma somehow. So a lot of people have come to the East to understand, because Soma is nothing but love, and love, where do you find love? In the East. So a lot of people from the West have actually traveled. If you see, there are a lot of universities in ancient India, and a lot of people from the West used to come to India to gather this knowledge of love, and they used to take it back. So age of Pisces there was a lot of travel. Even during the colonization period, you would see like there is a lot of travel. So the concept of travel is always there in Age of
Yeah.
Pisces, because they are looking for soma. Yeah. Age of Aquarius is different. Aquarius is the man who is boring, something which is very. It has got a nakshatra called Shatabishak, which is like the 1,000 healers or the 100 healers. Yeah. So it's a very, very healing nakshatra as well. Age of Aquarius will be I know. So people will know Vedas. So only people who would know Vedas would be able to transition from Age of Pisces to Age of Aquarius.
Oh, is that what they mean by ascension?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
So Age of Aquarius will be I know, everyone will know Vedas eventually.
So interesting.
That is the concept.
I see. And so then in Age of Aquarius would then but only bhakti then will work? I'm just wondering.
Even in these ages, we might still be in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, it is said that bhakti will be like the easiest way to understand something. But having said that, the methods are there. Like it depends on ourselves or a jiva to take any method. You take a method from top to bottom or bottom to top. The ultimate aim is ascension or yeah.
So there's no right or wrong way.
There is no right or wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's very interesting.
Bhakti will be easier in Kali Yuga.
Yes. And this I know you said the date